Everybody, when you have games here with team member Jacob Morse, and I don't know if he's been on the channel before, which surprised me if he hasn't been.
Deck profile wise, no. This is my first deck profile. We could have had one back when I got a better top cut with top 16, but it just didn't matter, honestly. We just didn't have the by the time we would have made the video, it just would have been irrelevant at that point.
So tell us real fast a bit about the tournament, and then we'll hop into the deck profile. Like, what format do you play and everything?
About what?
What format did you play? Stuff like that.
Oh, I played in the current format because I'm not trying to play a format that's not relevant at the moment.
Fair.
So yeah. So when it comes when Monday happens, if that's what I'm supposed to say, that's when I'll actually care about the new format.
Any comments on the tournament today, or?
I'm surprised that I was able to get 10th for sucking so bad for some of my games. Like some of them I was just lucky, just like 4th round. I'll get into that a bit later, but anyway.
I guess we'll see the deck profile.
Best card, that's why it got banned. One of this because you only play 1. 3, some people play 2, but
I think 3's good.
Yeah, I like 3 just because like I always feel like I need to get that monster, just like ratio wise I feel it worked out. And if I don't need it, I feel it's always just a good side out card. 3 second best card of the deck, Amato Iwado. Your opponent can only like Typhoon, Twin Twister, whatever. They can't use any hand traps, which is pretty much this game right now. That's the monsters. I don't know how many over there. 9, I believe total.
9. Maybe there's 11. Haha, subtle joke.
Let's see, the 3 diagram, the 3 disciples, the 3 heritage, 3 demise.
Look at all that free advantage.
The 3 terraforming, 2 pot of desires because 3 is honestly terrible.
Look at all these cards not getting hit.
That doesn't need to get hit, honestly.
No, I'm just saying in general, like this deck, only Masterpiece got hit, like.
Oh yeah, and they got a lot of shit back. Let's see, the 1 Upstart for consistency, the 1 Stormforth because it's a good card. That's the spell lineup.
Like I honestly think this deck's still fairly good.
It honestly is. But Goki's probably still a lot better than all those other decks. 3 Apocalypse, the 1 Return because that's all you can play. Where is it? 2 Anti-Spell in the main because you play this against most decks and it shuts them down entirely. The 2 Infinite Impermanence? Impermanence thing. This card is just a trap that is a hand trap, so worked out pretty well. Actually used the good amount of times. Won me my game 5 when I played it on his Predator Plant, my opponent's Predator Plant. Skill Drain, that was also good card. I'll say I feel this is like it's really good, but I feel it's like the most underwhelming one in the deck, to be honest. Just because like I mean, you use it like when you have Masterpiece up, but just like trying to get this and Masterpiece. Like if I was able to get a trap on, like have my Masterpiece unaffected by traps and monsters, and I then had this set, it would have been lit. But I didn't, and the 1 Judgment because this card is ridiculous.
All right, now let's get into that extra deck.
That extra deck, all cherries targets.
Oh wait, you actually have an extra deck?
Yeah.
I thought you were kidding.
ABC, Buster, Starving Venom, Seraph Knight, Beals. The only time I used cherries target was against Seraph Knight because that was the only time I ever had it throughout the. Well, that was the only time I was able to use it.
Speaking of which, I think I might Seraph Knight back.
What? Oh yeah, we'll get that back. This is the only thing that's not cherry target. It's just like if I happen to have a 5 on board and I'm just trying to attack for more damage, if it ever comes up, it probably never will, but it's so much extra deck space, it really doesn't matter. 1 Dante, 1 Toad, 1 Borload, 1 Spiral Double Helix, the Metalfoes Electrum, the Salde, whatever the hell her name is, or if I did it. Somehow managed to face Goki, Gem Knight, Phantom Quartz.
So you have a bit of everything. That's kind of disgusting.
Yeah.
And so obviously you're not running cherries in your side deck with all these cards.
Yeah, definitely not. It's all a mind game.
You just reveal your extra deck at the beginning of the game, and just make them scoop.
Side deck, 3 Ash Blossom. Never make, honestly, don't make hand traps in demise decks. Just because you demise, you draw. What are you gonna do?
Then you're like, oh, bad card.
Yeah, the only time you really maybe want to have both in the deck is if you're trying to do the mirror. If you do the mirror, and it's like you're trying to like, because if your opponent has demise and you don't, it's definitely gonna be harder to come back because they have like 3 card more advantage than you will when they activate demise. So it's like it's a bit rough around there most of the time. Just always do not have demise and hand traps in at the same time because it's just wasted cards. 3 cherries, obviously. The 3 Cosmic Cyclone. 3 evenly matched. This would have been good if I used it, but it was used well against me the 4 times it was played against me. 2 Rivalry Warlords, wasn't able to play those, but this just shuts down Pendulum Magician really hard. And then the 3rd anti-spell.
Seems pretty standard. Any other remarks?
Like I said, I played terribly. One of the comments like, I maybe could have won my fourth round, but like stupidly enough, I had a set return, and I forgot I had made it in the graveyard.
Ooh.
That was my fault. And then second game, I overthought it because like I've honestly never played. I have never played this mirror once this entire format, and today was my first day playing the mirror.
Jesus.
So I'm like, it was a bit of a learning experience. I lost, but I still got the top 10, so it's whatever.
That's what matters. You got the smash, you got the invite, and you got the pin.
Yeah.
All right.
Honestly, the deck's pretty free.
When you have games signing out.